All right, boys and girls, welcome back to the second half of the show. It is the right side of Kentucky sports. Hopefully, everybody listened to the first half of Blitz the Bookie. If you didn't, when we get done here, go on whatever streaming platform that you are on now and look for the first half of Blitz the Bookie. The Cats got another win last week, Tennessee Tech, third win in a row. When's the last time we've had a 3-game win streak?
Been a while.
Felt good. Felt good. Got me over my 4.5 future bet, 4.5 wins for the season, cashing that ticket. So loving that. And we're back to 500. I'm back on my Stoops support train. I've been going crazy on my TikTok lives. I got our fan base coming back, Anthony. I know you love it. Josh hates it.
I'm here. I'm supporting.
But I'm convincing the TikTok community, baby. My lives have been positive.
They have a lot of positives.
And for the negativity in my lives, I talk some positivity into them. So I'm loving what I'm seeing. The Cats are trending up big time right now. 2 games left at Vandy and at Louisville. We can go 6-6. We can go 7-5. Guys, it's sitting right there for us. That we thought the season was in the toilet, and here we are talking about a bowl game. How y'all feeling, guys?
I'll let Anthony rant for a minute because I know he's hyped. He's over, he's loving
it. It is what it is. Look, I felt like I was the – look, I'll be honest with you. I felt like I was by myself.
Yeah,
I just feel like I was. I wasn't the only person, but there wasn't many. And I almost got in 2 fights over it. I really did. That's a true story. Like it's at
two different places.
At UK in the casino. Like I just feel
They'll
like
fight you anywhere.
I feel like people were not looking at the whole argument. To me, if you're going to do something, you're going to fire somebody. Let's sit down. Let's talk about it logically. Let's look at the arguments. Let's look what they have to work with. People want to talk about the contract. To me, I don't like the contract, but that has nothing to do with us going forward. I mean, there's nothing we can do about that. If we buy him out, then have to pay another coach. He ain't going to give up the money, and I don't blame him. Any man alive wouldn't give up the money. But at the same time, things are good now. Things are good. The team's improved. I think you're starting to see some of these coaches, Stoops and Kirby are really good friends, and you're starting to see Kirby kind of take that route where he's trying to get some players in and develop them. I think Stoops would like to get to that model. I know we had a lot of transfer portal guys this year, but Stoops has talked about it. That's what Stoops is good at, is developing. That's just what he was good at before. And the offensive line's looking really good. The defensive line's playing great. McGowan, I think, is good as most running backs in the country. I really do. I think McGowan is the most underrated player on our team.
I think he is, too. He doesn't get as much love as he should.
He is really good.
And I agree. I don't give him as much love as I should.
And sometimes I don't either. Sometimes I don't either. But he is really, really good, dude. He's a high-level running back. I love how we're playing. I think we only really have a few little weaknesses, and I'm not sure Vandy can take advantage of them. I don't think they're built for the long ball, and I think that's one of our weaknesses is staying with really elite receivers down the field. And I think Vandy's more deception, plug and play, and I think we can deal with that.
I like Cutter Boley. I know it's Tennessee Tech. Don't even play in the same league, division, whatever. But what was he, 18-21?
Yeah.
I mean, that's pretty good.
We were 22-point favorites, and we rode them.
There's people doing go 18-21 at a pro day with no DB. This guy did against live people. I know the quality of competition wasn't it, but you can just make bad throws and miss 4, 5, 6. But 18-21, he ran the ball, got outside the pocket. And another thing, you guys have mentioned it several times on the live when y'all went this week on TikTok, preaching positivity. Where in the past, when Kentucky teams have got, especially last year and maybe even the year before, there was a lot of bad apples on the team. This team stayed together, and they didn't give up on Stoops or each other.
They didn't even give up on Calzada. I thought it was so cool when Cutter.
Right.
Dude, that was stupid. I hated every second of it. But, I can see how shit like that could happen. Because I know fans can be asses, dude. I do. I know they can be. He shouldn't have done it. But I know fans can be asses. But I thought it was cool. I thought it was very mature, Cutter, when he came over there to kind of stick up for his boy. They dogged him out. They brought Bo Allen in when they brought in. So he had his punishment. But Stoops said it was over a squash. To me, that's a sign of a good coach. And then Cutter came over and did the money thing with him, and they just kind of made light of it. Dude, that's a leader.
That whole little money situation, too, the more I keep thinking about it, I'm wondering what if Garrett and Calzada, we know this guy's Garrett's name. I wonder if they had a real relationship other than just online.
Garrett's a prick.
I wonder if they actually really maybe even know each other. And then somehow the relationship went south and that's when Garrett.
Garrett's a
maybe
troll.
Garrett probably is a troll, but maybe he thought they were boys. And then Calzada did that, and that pissed Garrett off. He said, "Well, I got to get my shot back now." And that's what he was able to screenshot Snapchat or whatever it may be. But I don't know. The more I think about it, my Anthony conspiracy theory.
That's
here,
a conspiracy.
I wonder if they were like really boys, if they really may know each other outside of social media, or if Garrett thought they were boys and Calzada finally barked back enough to piss Garrett off. I don't know. I'm just throwing scenarios out there.
Calzada should not have done that. You got your money. He got his feelings hurt because he's had a long career, got hurt, and a young boy took his job. Probably got his feelings hurt a little bit. A young boy is really good. I'm not even so that Calzada's horrible, but you got paid. You got paid good money. Take your money and go home. But he is young. And I'll give him a break because I think the dude pushed him to his limit. He shouldn't have done it. I'm just saying, I think Garrett's just as much to blame as Calzada. I loved how the team made light of it.
Yeah.
They punished him because Bo Allen come in. That was embarrassing to Calzada when Bo Allen come in. Coach said we'd handle it. Stoops does a really good job with some of that stuff. And, man, I just loved how Cutter come up and did that. That's a leader, dude. The more I see from Cutter, the more I love him. I love the fire he plays with. I love the leadership. Now look, he's going to have some ups and downs, so we can't jump off from him when things get a little rough. But I think he's big time. I like Cutter a lot.
So what do y'all think about this game Saturday?
Well, the only credit I'm giving Calzada is that he didn't actually post that post. Apparently, he sent it to the guys' DMs, and then he put it out there. So I will give Calzada some credit on that, even though he shouldn't have.
He should have done it.
He shouldn't have sent it to the guy anyways, because you're a quarterback or for a D1 football team. You send it to somebody, dude. What do you think they're going to do?
I know.
I will give him a little bit of credit for just not like he wasn't the one that posted it, but he got baited big time. Look, we got our guy. I ain't worried about Calzada. Cutter's the man. I worry about this game mainly because not so much because I think Vandy's great. It's more of the home field advantage coming off the bye and couple that all with a senior night, which I think does kind of fuel the atmosphere a little bit. But man, I think we're like I said, we're trending up. And to me, I think we're playing the best ball we played all year. Cutter's just starting to figure it out. I mean, how many games has he played?
Started,
4?
baby.
I mean,
at least 4, maybe 5.
In South Carolina, that was the first game he came in, right?
Yep.
Or did he start that game?
He started. Yeah, he started when he came in.
So what? I mean, maybe 4 or 5 games, dude. He's just figuring it out now. We are playing our best ball, while some teams, Louisville, are trending down and playing their worst ball. So I like our shot against Vandy, but the home field advantage, the Pavia possible last game, even though Anthony's right, he might play 4 more years. Who knows?
Does it even mean anything to some of these transfer heavy schools? Does
none of this shit matters. Seniors year don't matter. COVID year don't matter. It's just unlimited years in college. Just play as long as you want.
I think we got on our basketball team. What, don't we have a 6-year? Which one is that? The 6th year on our basketball team? I forget who it is.
I don't know if we got one this year, do we?
Do we? Maybe I'm thinking somebody else.
But yeah, I like our chances.
Yeah, I like our chances too. I don't think Vandy's as good as people think they are. I know Anthony likes them, and they are good. They played an SEC schedule. But I think Kentucky's playing well enough to beat them. And I liked what you said earlier in the show. The thing that worries me is the deep ball, like Tennessee did to us.
That's where we're weak. Because, I mean, you have any elite receivers being able to guard them vertically downfield. I mean, I think that's what Stoops said after the game. Like, it's a bad matchup. That's what he was saying. Mm-hmm. We got 2 corners that are hurt right now. A lot of people don't realize. But we don't have those elite corners that can guard those guys downfield. But I think Vandy's is more deception, trying to get you to buy.
They don't have no big time.
But they pass the ball well. But it's more of Pavia running it, them pulling it, and that's how they score. That's how they're effective. You know, that's how they're effective.
I'm excited for this game. Let's get this W done in Nashville.
Let's go.
That'd be a big.
We going?
That'd be a big.
We might be going.
Program.
Might be going. Let's go.
I'm not against it. I have to look and talk. See how much the tickets but I'm not.
Let's go to Nashville. So, yeah, I like our chances. And, we could be sitting at 6-5 after this week and looking at a Louisville game next week.
Bo eligible, nothing on the line, just winning. We win this week, and then next week's just dessert.
Dude, I can't wait.
Win this week, we're already 6-5. Next week, we're playing with house money. We're already Bo eligible. Throw everything on the line.
If you gave me a choice between I can only have one, I'm taking next week. I'm taking next week. I'll let Vandy beat me by 50.
I agree. I don't want to lose by 50, but
But I think we could play looser next week. Get this 6 win. We can play a little looser against Louisville. If not, game's a little tighter. You're going to want that 6 win for your coach.
Cutter wants that game back. That was a high win game. They threw him into the fire. I thought that was most time. I think Stoops makes good moves. He broke the fan pressure there, and he had looked good in the Texas game the game before when he came in. But that game was really windy and nasty, and they shouldn't have threw Cutter in there that game, in my opinion.
Speaking of broke, that cocktail sauce has broke my nose.
I'm good now, but man, that shit hit the hell out of you, dude. Damn, I have never ate nothing like that in my life. Yeah. I like it weird. And I hate it at the same time.
So weird.
So before we jump on to basketball real quick, I know Anthony loves Mark Stoops. I love Mark Stoops. We've been very positive here lately about Stoops. But serious question. Who's more important to come back next year? It's got to be Cutter, right? Right?
Cutter or who?
Or Stoops.
I think they come back together. I think Cutter came out and said publicly.
And another question, why is people saying rumors are that he's going to go to Louisville? Have y'all heard that?
Who's that, Cutter?
Yeah.
Cutter would not do that if you paid him.
So,
Louisville would have to pay him double or triple what everybody else.
But why is there serious I'm not saying serious rumors, but there's chatter in the U of L fan base about why would they even think that would be an option?
Do you realize his family has season tickets growing up the UK? They'd be like Rex going to U of L.
I understand. I'm asking why. Why is there then
idiots?
I get that, and that's why I'm saying why? How is that even a conversation?
I've seen a ton of quarterbacks be mentioned to U of L. I've seen Lenore Sellers.
Why?
I don't know. I don't know. The next Braun.
But why Cutter? I don't understand. Like Anthony said, he's got all the ties to the University of Kentucky.
Anywhere but U of L. He'll go anywhere but U of L.
Yeah, Notre Dame.
Dude, he's going to get offers. Cutter's going to get offers from Georgia and Alabama and Notre Dame.
It's going to be expensive.
Maybe not Notre Dame. They got a young
I think they're locked in. They're going to pay him whatever.
Yeah. We better pay him whatever.
The better he does. Hey, this is what's crazy about the NIL. And I think you see this, and I wonder if there's any gamemanship by coaches. I know Kiffin said that he joked one day, but I think he was kind of being serious. He's pretty good. I shouldn't say that because now I have to pay more for him next year. But if Cutter really plays great these next 2 games, that's great. But the price of poker goes up. Every good game you have, the price of poker goes up for these players.
Well, I did say this on one of the lives, and I seriously think this. I don't think there's going to be many kids, and I might have said this, we might have talked about this Saturday when you were over here, Anthony, on live. I think Cutter might be one of the very few college players that might give his team a home team discount.
Oh, I think
right, yeah.
I think players do. I think because look at
Alabama. It ain't
Alabama.
going to happen a lot. It ain't going to happen with all this money floating around. They're all getting paid.
Right.
I don't think there's going to be a lot of those cases, but I think Cutter's one of them.
Bama gets some discount because Bama ain't spending top 5, top 10 money, and they got some talent, so they're getting a little discount there.
I think he'll give Kentucky a little bit of a discount.
I agree.
That's not saying he's going to give a lot. It's not like somebody else offers him $8 million and we're going to offer him $2 million. He probably going to go take that $8 million, but I do think he would give Kentucky a small hometown discount.
Yeah. Hey, quick question. I'm always trying to think about the angles here. Do teams? And I'll say this one, U of L, but it could be anybody. Do they try to bid somebody up because they know that's their competition for another player? So they try to bid one guy up.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, that's just like going to an auction. Yeah. I wonder if that happens in this. I mean, there's all kinds of stuff. It's endless stuff that you can talk about in this world of NIL.
So, yeah, I think Cutter Boley's number one option. We have to have Cutter back next year, no matter what happens with the coach, the offensive coordinator, Mitch Barnhart. I don't care. You have to have Cutter Boley back.
Yep.
I've said it. I don't know if I've said it on this podcast yet, but I'm going to say it right now. Cutter Boley is the best quarterback in the country. I swear, I seriously think
like right now, or you think he has the future for that?
Definitely the future for it. But I think he's awfully close right now. When I watch his poise in the pocket, he's a true freshman, and he stands in the pocket like he don't give a shit what's coming at him.
No, we don't.
He makes all the throws. He doesn't make a lot of mistakes. Like, how many interceptions has he thrown?
4? Is it 4?
I don't know. I just love what I'm seeing out of him, dude. This is the best Kentucky quarterback since Tim Couch, dude. Maybe Jared Lorenzen.
Mm-hmm.
I think he's better than Jared. I think I like the future of him. I think the future of him is better. I like Jared, but I don't think Jared has that boy's talent.
He's going to be a first-round pick. Matter of fact, I think he's going to be a damn top 10 pick, dude. I swear I think that's how good he is.
Yeah, I agree, Charlie. A lot of people forget when he came in Mississippi, they're late. They dropped a couple. He missed one. But there was a play developed, and like Charlie says, dude, it's like he don't even care about the pressure. And it was bad at first because it's like, dude, it's coming. Like, you got to see.
That's a great sign when you're not looking at your line. Dude.
I agree.
Quarterback can't be looking at the line.
No, he don't because he took some big hits there. Like, you didn't see it coming, man? That's happening in South Carolina. But he got better at it. But in that Mississippi game, that first game he came in there, he threw that deep pass, and it would have won us the game. And I'm going to tell you, that was a hard pass to see. It was way across the end zone, long developing play. Dude, he barely missed that guy. That would have been an epic throw, epic win for us against Mississippi. That throw wasn't completed, but I loved everything about it. I'm really high on him. I'm going to just flat out tell you, if we lose him because of money, and it's not some crazy amount like Ohio State comes after him and just offers him $6-7 million, which whatever they could, I guess, and we just couldn't afford it. But if it's any amount that we can afford and we don't afford it, I will be so mad at UK football. I won't be able to see straight.
I think everybody will.
Yeah. He's not going anywhere.
Yeah, that's. I think everybody's. It's pretty obvious.
He's the number one priority.
If he has 2 big weeks, though, dude, his cost is going to be big.
His cost already going to be big.
Yeah, I agree, Charlie.
It's already going to be. Dude, the scouts. I'm not even a scout.
They
I
can
sit here and
see
it, dude. Like, come on. Like, I'm not no damn NFL scout, but. If I can see it, we can see it. Like people are seeing it, dude. They know what's up. He's already price of his poker's already went.
And he was a good rated recruit. Fairly high rated recruit. It ain't like he just came out of nowhere. He's got the quarterback build. He's got the arm. Man, he got it. Kid got it.
All right, so next week we will be back here with a 6-5 football team, and it is Louisville Hate Week next week. Last week we didn't get a chance to do our Louisville Hate Week and the football game because it was the football game was or the basketball game was
Tuesday
before the show came out. So, but next week will be Louisville Hate Week. So. We've gave y'all some pump this week. We've talked about you. I'm probably gonna give you a little bit right here when we're gonna talk about basketball. But next week, no love for the Louisville Cardinals. All right, speaking of the Louisville Cardinals, we got to talk about it. It sucks, but last Tuesday they got us. Louisville's got a good team. What do y'all think about before we get into the Cats? What do y'all think about Louisville's team?
I think they have a superstar. Mikael Brown. I think he's a superstar.
They got a good team. They're
I like the other kid too.
Yeah.
What's
Cromwell?
Cromwell. I like Cromwell. It's the best Louisville team I can remember since probably whatever. I guess since their fake national championship.
Yeah. But I think they got a superstar.
It's early in the year. I just don't put much into the basketball regular season. Let's get right by the end of the year. But I do think they have a nice little team. I do. I think we have a nice little team. We'll be fine. I think Pope's working on some stuff. And, I'll say more about that in a second. But I think Louisville's got a nice little team.
Stats wise, if you look at the stats of that Kentucky Louisville game, they were fairly even. Mm-hmm. But if you watch the game, Louisville outplayed us. But I will say this, with being outplayed like we were, and it seemed like Louisville shot better than us, but we actually shot a little bit better percentage. But they were shooting the shit out of it. But the eye test tells you, we got outplayed.
It was the turnovers.
Yeah, it was 14-4 on turnovers.
And they scored like 18 points on our 14 turnovers or whatever.
Yeah, it was 19-10. Points off of turnovers was 19-10, 9-point difference. We lost by 8. So stats wise, if you look at the box score, it was pretty even. But if you watch the game, we got outplayed. But it was a little bit refreshing to see us battle back there at the end. We cut it to 4 twice. Lowe jacks up to 3. Coming across half court, wasted that possession, down 4, and then he missed the front end of the 1-and-1 a minute later, down 4, could have cut it to 1 possession in that too. So it was refreshing to see us be able to come back because we were down, 18 at one point? Did we get down 20?
20.
Got down 20.
18 in the first half, 20 in the second.
I think there's a low likability. They might have point shaved that game. So it got weird at the end. Tell me it didn't get weird at the end.
A lot of stuff got weird. They missed 8 free throws at the end.
And we couldn't cover it. It was like both teams were trying to cover.
It was, like I said, refreshing to me that we were able to battle back late in the second half after it. There was a point in the game where anybody that was watching the game could have thought, man, this is about to get out of hand.
Yeah.
Like it was already 18 or 20, which is kind of out of hand, but it looked like it could have even got worse. So I'm just glad that were able to fight back. To me, Lowe was the most frustrating player. And of course, now he's hurt. Would that happen like a couple days later in practice or something?
Wednesday or Thursday in practice.
Dislocated the shoulder, popped out. I'm not sure, but it's not looking good on him coming back. We might be without him for the year. But he was frustrating in the Louisville game. But I'm not happy that he's gone. I mean, we need him, and it sucks that he's going to be out. We have had terrible luck with point guards these last handful of years, dude.
2 in a row.
Well, last year we lost like 3 of them to injury, right? I mean, Jackson Robinson and
Lamont Butler, he did the shoulder thing as well.
Yeah, so we're trending right in the same direction with another shoulder injury. Look, sucks to lose to Louisville, but it is early November, well, mid-November. We have not even – Thanksgiving is next week.
Just get ready for the tournament.
Yeah, when you get to February or March, whoever looks back at that loss you had from November.
Not in basketball.
No. Now, if you end up with 8 losses, 9 losses, and 6 non-conference losses, now we might look back and say, well, they lost to every non-conference team they played, good non-conference, and that might matter. But look, if we lose 1, 2, maybe even 3 non-conference games, end up with, I'm just throwing numbers out there, 6, 7, 5, 6, 7 losses at the end of the year. Nobody's going to care about this Louisville loss. 6, 7. I did it again, didn't I? So just early in the year, don't panic. Don't panic. I've already seen panic. Half of our fan base, again, panicking. It's 1 loss. And if the jersey wouldn't have said Louisville, if it would have said like North Carolina or Gonzaga or something, it would have just been an 8-point loss to Gonzaga. But everybody wants to panic because we lost to U of L. They finally got one. The last time they beat us in basketball, we were riding around in cars with masks on. So they needed one, and they don't know how to act.
No.
They finally win one. They don't know how to act. It sucks to lose to Louisville, but I don't take much from it. Y'all ain't panicking. I know a lot of our fans are panicking. Y'all ain't panicking, right?
No. I feel a little different than everybody else about it. Pope's the offensive coach. He's an offensive coach. It is what it is. You're either an offensive coach or you're a defensive coach. That's typically what you are. Football, basketball, anything. You have a way you like to play. You know, I did a TikTok where, almost every defensive coach out there, when you think about it, they're all intense guys. You used to hear, well, Cal, all he did was roll the ball, didn't run plays. That's typically what defensive coaches do. They play defensive ball, and that's how they coach. And offensive coaches run a lot of plays. They're usually more of a calmer demeanor guys. I think Pope really was trying to become like a mix, like a defensive guy, which there's not a lot of them. He went out when he put this team together, and a lot of good players, but a lot of them were defensive style players, and a little bit different than maybe what he would have traditionally put together. If Pope wants to commit to that, there'll be some growing pains in that. And I think it could pay off for him, and I do think Pope's a really smart guy. I love some of the things he says, but to be a great defensive coach, I do think you got to coach with a lot of energy. I think Pope's going to be great. Don't jump off ship with him. I do think we built him up a little bit bigger than life. He hadn't won a tournament game before he got here, and I feel like we had him way up here. Now, I do think he's going to be way up there, but let's give him some time. Let's let him grow as a coach. That's who we hired, okay? We knew we hired a young coach, and if we didn't, then we're idiots, because when you look at it, he's a young coach. He's still working on his style and what he wants to be, and there might be a little growing pains here or there, but being the University of Kentucky, I think we can help him through that, and we should. He's one of ours. I think the guy's highly intelligent. I seen a thing where he said that he grades their body language before the game. I love that, dude. I love some of the way he just looks at things. But at the same time, we got to be realist in what he is, and let's let him grow with us. And if he wasn't one of us, I would say no, heck with that. But he is one of ours, so let's let him grow as a coach and develop as a coach, and maybe we'll have a coach for 25 years, 20 years. I don't know. I like long-term coaches. I don't like having coaches for 5, 6 years. So I'm not big on the, jump off the bandwagon. Mm-hmm. I like to have a long-tier coach. So that's just my way of thinking.
I think we're still learning a lot. And I think against Michigan State tomorrow, which is a big game, I think we learn even more. With another quality opponent. Michigan State beat Arkansas, and we know what Arkansas's got, who that coach is. But I think tomorrow we learn a little bit more. Do we bounce back? I know we had a game on Friday, and we look decent. But let's step step the game up a little bit to a team we can find on a map, Michigan State, and see what we got in the Champions Classic.
I actually kind of disagree with what you said about Pope being like held up. I don't think anybody. I haven't heard anybody like pumping up Pope like he's this great thing or great coach.
You didn't feel like he was kind of built like bigger than
by
life there
who?
for a
You
while?
talking about by like the media or by
No,
Kentucky
our
fans?
Kind of our fans.
I mean, maybe, but
I thought there was a lot of hype at the beginning, but it kind of cooled off.
Well, I remember
there was
hype
because we beat Duke and we had like 3 or 4 really big wins, and then we ended up with 8 ranked wins by the end of the year.
He couldn't do no wrong for a while. Kentucky fans.
I mean, I thought I was like, yeah, we got the right coach, but I wasn't like, oh, we got the next John Wooden.
Right.
I'd heard people saying he was like the smartest coach, and there was actually a ranking come back made of coaches, and they were voting on who they thought were like the biggest gurus in the game, and he didn't show up. And I remember all over the message boards, they were just blowing up like, oh, our coach is a top 2, and I do think he's going to be a great coach, but I'm okay with letting him grow into that. I do not think he's there yet. I think he's still finding out who he is. I wish he would have a little bit more intensity, but that's his style. Mm-hmm. That's his style, and I can live with that. My recommendation, but he's way smarter than me, would be who you are. If you're an offensive coach, there's a lot of people that win games being offensive coaches. Be who you are, but he'll find what he needs to do because I do think he's a super intelligent guy.
He wasn't pumped up like Jeff Brom. I don't know that.
Did y'all like his demeanor during the game? Did y'all ever feel like he was kind of...
I didn't really pay attention to it that much, honestly.
I didn't like it, but maybe he just knew that his team ain't where he wants it right now. And sometimes you just know.
He already said something happened before the game.
Yeah, he did. I remember,
maybe his body language or whatever, his demeanor on the sideline, maybe his mind was – we don't know what happened. So depending on what happened, maybe his mind, even though it shouldn't be, maybe he was still thinking about whatever had just happened or whatever the scenario. I have no clue what happened. But maybe it was serious enough where maybe his mind was in other places over there on the sideline, which it should not be.
Did you catch that demeanor? Did you feel like the demeanor was off?
I didn't catch it. No.
I didn't catch it.
I just feel like there wasn't a lot of fight when we were down. Like he wasn't like, I know that's not what he was doing. Okay. Yeah. But it was almost like he was accepting it. I know he wasn't. That's just, maybe he stays calm in those moments to try to get him through it. We haven't seen Pope get his butt whooped a lot. So, when he was down, maybe that's just how he reacts when he's down.
They said he was real short in the press conference afterwards, which I didn't see, but they said they said he kind of acted different than last year in the press conferences. So I don't know. One day we'll find out whatever the hell happened. There's been rumblings that it was, a scuffle or a disagreement or something between teammates. I heard Brandon Garrison's name thrown around. I don't know if that's true or not, but that's kind of the things that I heard. My first thought was maybe like pregame shoot around. They were getting heckled by maybe some of the fans that were in there, and maybe they ran their mouth or like said something, had an interaction with a fan. I did not even think about an internal like team issue, but
that'd be on the internet.
I think.
Yeah, I thought if there was a fans, we'd have seen the video.
Oh yeah, somebody's always.
That's
got a
why I
camera
immediately
rolling.
threw that out.
So if it was internal, something between whether it was the coach and a player and a player, do you think that Mark Pope told everybody this does not get out? This better not get out. If it does get out, there will be some repercussions. What do you think?
For sure, because we haven't heard nothing.
No. I think you almost have to do that. You got to almost threaten them like, look, I know that the 15 people in this room are the only 15 people that know that this happened, and this better not get out. And if it does, we're going to do a hard investigation, and we're going to figure out where it came from, because it's only 15 of us, and it ain't going to be me, so it's 14 of us.
I like it, Charlie. I like what you just said. I'm just saying. I like it.
I'm just saying. I think it's almost 100% that if it was something locker room, I think there was a talk. Probably before, if it was pregame, it was probably a talk before they even went out. Like, look, we're squashing this now, and this does not leave here ever. And if it does, somebody will either be off the team or you'll be sitting the bench. Or I almost think that has to happen.
Maybe he found out Brandon Garrison put all of his NIL money on U of L. That's what moved to 3 points.
Maybe it might be.
It's now listen.
But you almost got to tell your players that, right? Because dude, these kids got loud mouths. They got the internet. They got fucking cameras. They got all they want to do is talk, tell everybody.
And then you got to wonder if somebody's over your back camera, like some security guard's camera in your conversation. Dude, I hate the world we live in where like you can't have nothing private. I hate that.
But I mean, if it was something, I think in a situation like that, they have a chance for it to stay private. Now, will it stay private? I don't know, but I think there absolutely has to be a threat by the coach. Like, there will be off the team, on the bench, not playing the rest of the season, whatever it is, depending on what happened. Because if it was something serious, you don't want it to get out, dude, you know. All right, so we do have some. We got some tests coming up, dude. Have y'all seen our December schedule? We've got Michigan State tomorrow. We've got North Carolina. We've got Indiana, Gonzaga, and St. John's.
Yep.
All before December 20th. So within about 4 weeks, we will absolutely know what we've got. Don't panic, guys. We lost to Louisville. It was a high-quality basketball game. Louisville's got a good team. If we rack up 4 or 5 losses here in these next 4 or 5 tough games, then I'll start to panic.
The defensive stuff I was talking about, I didn't come up with that myself. I'd read that from some places that he had really talked about it in the offseason, about how he wanted to become a better defensive team. And I do remember him talking about like all these great defensive lineups he could have, and he really never talked about that before. I do think that is a challenge for a coach, switching styles of basketball and then finding out what works if you've never really coached that style. So let's give him some time, and this team, it's all about March in basketball, guys. I mean,
building for March.
It's all about March.
All right, Michigan State tomorrow. What do y'all think? This is going to be a grind it out, slow it down. You know how Tom Izzo plays, typical Michigan State. It's going to be a slow it down, grind it out, try to limit possessions. I don't think they shoot very well. I think somebody on one of the lives the other night mentioned that when they beat Memphis, or no, not Arkansas. Memphis, when they beat Arkansas, they only made like 2 threes. So
that's 2 defensive teams playing against each other.
Yeah, and that's not uncommon for a Michigan State team. Yeah. So I just think the boys are going to have to be ready for a physical game. You know, I don't know how physical Louisville was. I don't think they were physical. I actually thought they were searching for threes in the first 8 minutes of the game.
They were. And
I kind of called them out and was like, Louisville sucks, dude. All they want to do is shoot threes. And then they started killing us on the back doors. They started killing us on those back cuts, on the pick and rolls. And they really started getting a lot of points in the paint. I don't think they were super physical, though. And I think Michigan State will be. So it's going to be a different test for us from Louisville. Louisville shot like 40-something threes. I don't think Michigan State's going to shoot.
Louisville was just half that. Louisville was just a little further ahead than we were.
So Michigan State, I feel like this is a game we need to win.
Yep, we do.
The good thing about Mark Pope is that he understands. For one, he's not a dummy. He understands that losing to Louisville in November is not, like, in the grand scheme of things, it's not a big deal. But he also understands what our fans think and what these games mean to our fans. He understands in the grand scheme of things that Louisville loss doesn't matter, but you better believe that he knows that the fans don't like to lose to Louisville. And now this is our next test against a good team, a big team, and he'll know that the fans won't want. He's not going to want to lose this game. He knows this is another big game, and don't lose 2 big games in a row. I like that about Pope, is that he knows what the fan base expects, even if it's too much sometimes. So I'm not panicking at all, and I think we take care of business in Michigan State. What are we? I want to say we're favored by like 5 or 6, which is a little high.
I thought it was high too. I thought I saw 6.5 today.
I like the Cats, though. I do. I like us on the bounce back. I know we played on Friday, but that was a nobody, won by like 30 or 40. That was just a practice game.
I missed that. I missed that bet. But if you think like I do with Pope, and I think one of Pope's things is I think he wants to really appease the fans. If you think about it, the Eastern Illinois, I always think when you're a big favorite, you can always cover it if you want to. How much subs do you want to play? Yeah. How hard do you want to coach? Because you're always 30 points better, or whoever it is, whatever the point spread is. Then there are also games where you can work on things and get some guys some playing time and stuff. But that would have been, to me, and I didn't think about it beforehand, but that would have been a great bet. After the Louisville game.
It was only 24.5. Yeah, it should have been 30-something.
After the Louisville loss like that, he knew fans were probably upset. Playing into Pope's personality of wanting to be a people pleaser, that would have been a strong bet.
Oh, I bet that one.
I think that was a really strong angle that I missed at the time, just because I'm not betting a lot of basketball right now. But looking back, man, that was a strong play, because I could, that's my belief in him. I think Pope's a people pleaser, especially when it comes to UK fans. And I almost could have guaranteed you he was going to beat the shit out of that team.
Mm-hmm.
So predictions, we didn't even predict it. All right. So Let's do basketball since we're on basketball, but we didn't do our predictions.
Oh.
And I need to look back because I might have nailed. Did I nail a prediction last week on
close.
the football game? I can't
close.
remember what I said on the football game, but on the live I said 40-10, and it was 42-10. I don't remember what I said on the show. So I could have been awfully close. I don't know. But let's start basketball. Michigan State, Kentucky. I'm winning the stake. I'm nailing this right here. Cats, 88. Michigan State, 80. A little higher than I expected to pick, but I'm gonna go 88-80. What do y'all got?
Go ahead.
76-70, Kentucky.
I go 84-77.
All right, so we're all scoring some points. I like it. Since we didn't do it, football game against Vandy. What do y'all got?
I'm going to say Kentucky. I'm going to say Kentucky 30. No, I'm going to say Kentucky 24, Vandy 21.
Josh, what you got?
Kentucky 31, Vandy 20.
I'm going to go a little lower than y'all. I'm going to say Cats 20, Vandy 17. Let's get 2 wins this weekend, guys.
Nice.
Actually, we probably play basketball again on Friday against some bums. I think we do have another game on Friday. I don't know who that is. That'll be a win. But we need the win tomorrow against Michigan State. And let's get this win on Saturday. Who knows? Blitz the Bookie might be in Nashville for the game. But I want to be back here next week, Louisville Hate Week, with a 6-5 Kentucky football team ready to finish 7-5. And Louisville is going to lose their last 4 to finish the season after being what were they, like 7-1?
Yep.
7-2? 7-1. They're going to finish 7-5. They've got SMU. They're getting beat, and we're coming back next week and we're beating the Cards. I'm giving away my prediction for next week. We're beating the Cards, but come on, let's beat Vandy, guys. Come on.
Go Cats.
All right. Hey, catch us tomorrow, guys. I'll be on TikTok Live, probably pregame, at least pregame or postgame, one of the two at least for the Michigan State game. So check us out, guys. Y'all got anything else?
That's it, guys. Thanks for listening.
Catch us next week. Blitz the Bookie, guys.
See y'all.
Charlie got the mic, he's dropping facts all day. Anthony's like, nah, I got the better parlay. Argue about the spread, it's a fierce debate. But when it comes to Wildcats, they align their fate. Blitz the Bookies where the knowledge reigns. Charlie and Anthony bring the heat like flames. Talking parlays, breaking down the games. Kentucky Wildcats, they beat the same drums. Late nights, hustle deals on the line. Charlie Scassy's gonna make you shine. Anthony's heart where the numbers combine. Put your cash down, ride the incline. Blitz the Bookies where the knowledge reigns. Charlie and Anthony bring the heat like flames. Talking parlays, breaking down the games. Kentucky Wildcats, they beat the same drums. From the tip off to the final play, they grind. Mike's on fire, bets on their minds. Arguing odds till the last rewind. Blue and white, it's a bond you'll find. The Bookies where the knowledge reigns. Charlie and Anthony bring the heat like flames. Talking parlays, breaking down the games. Kentucky Wildcats, they beat the same drums. Final play, they grind. Mike's on fire, bets on their minds. Arguing odds till the last rewind. Blue and white, it's a bond you'll find. Bond you'll find. Blitz the Bookies where the knowledge reigns. Charlie and Anthony bring the heat like flames. Talking parlays, breaking down the games. Kentucky Wildcats, they beat the same drum.